Since 1995, only 3 players on the WPBA Classic Tour have held the prestigious national 9-ball title. Alison Fisher, the Duchess of Doom, has held it a record 6 times, but the defending champion is history this year, knocked out in the semifinals by Gerda Hofstatter, the G-Force, who owned the Champions Trophy in 1997. With an amazing display of shot-making, Gerda moved into the finals against number 1 ranked Karen Corr, who in the consecutive years of 2001 and 2002 called the title her own. Today, a former champion will again hold aloft one of the most coveted prizes in 9-ball, the title of national champion. From the stunning Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City, Oregon, it's the finals of the Cuetec National 9-Ball Championship presented by the American Pool Players Association. And it has been like this all week here in Oregon. Hello, everybody out there in America. Mitch Lawrence, along with what are obviously an incredibly interested number of pool fans here in Lincoln City. It's a privilege to be able to introduce to you the number 1 ranked player in the world who's going to be fighting it out here in the finals. 2-time national champion in 2001 and 2002. I assume you would like nothing more than to get this title back.
Yeah, I'm delighted to be here in the finals. I've been playing great and just really looking forward to playing good pool. Gerda's playing great pool also, and it'll be a very exciting match.
Well, thanks. We're looking forward to it. I am going to throw it over now to my partner in the booth, the striking Viking, Ava Mattia Lawrence, who is with a woman on a roll.
A roll indeed. Gerda Hofstatter, the 1997 national champion. An absolutely amazing week it's been for you. You're playing some of the best pools I've ever seen you play in your life.
Thank you. I feel like it's not even me. I feel like I'm part of a very strange experience here, and I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying it. And the last time I played Karen, she beat me, so I'm in a little bit of a revenge mode, hopefully.
Get her, Gerda. Get her. And so we are set to go. Gerda Hofstatter and Karen Corr, and here's our road to the finals you saw. Karen Corr undefeated, waiting in the finals, and Gerda Hofstatter defeating Kelly Fisher, and then number 2 ranked defending national champion Alison Fisher. And what a wonderful set of matches they were. And here is what they're playing for. The money is nice, but that trophy symbolizing a national champion. First place, the Cuetec National 9-Ball Championship, and Gerda Hofstatter, the G-Force, won the lag for the opening break, and here she is at the table as Karen Corr, a familiar face on Karen, very intense, very focused, trying to get back the title that she owned in 2001 and 2002. Gerda with that title in 97, and pretty amazing, Ava, that only 3 players have held that title since 1995. They know what it means to win it. You won it in 1991, and you know what it means to hold that title.
Absolutely, and so many good things have been happening to Karen lately. She has been playing incredibly well. She holds the number 1 ranking, but still, I don't know. I have to give a slight edge to Gerda here. She has played 2 phenomenal matches in the 2 semifinals leading up to this finals. She's breaking the balls well. She's pocketing balls well. So her patterns are great, and she looks really comfortable and secure at the table. It's going to be a great matchup.
And look at that break to open up. I mean,
just fantastic. I mean, everything is wide open. This is really the key shot, her very first shot out. Getting around. Oh, she hit it a little too thick. Careful, careful. That's going to slow down a little more than she wanted to. She hit the ball. Obviously, the pocket is larger than the actual ball, and she hit it a little bit too thick in the thick part of the pocket, and that's why the cue ball slowed down, and she came up a little short on position on the 4.
Well, as we look from overhead, let me quickly give you the format of this final matchup. It's a race to 7 games for the title. We'll be alternating break, a 30-second shot clock on the players with 1 extension per rack, and it will be cue ball fouls only as we watch Gerda Hofstatter have to go off a rail. And that's not where you wanted to take this opening rack. That 4 is going. It'll stay down. But ball in hand now with 5 balls left on the table for Karen Corr. And big turnaround early, Ava.
Oh, that's just huge, especially the fact that it was on Gerda's break. Really good break, open shot, ball's wide open, and she just got snookered just by a hair. And with Karen with this opportunity, and if she gets out here, she has the break coming back from in the next rack. So that was a huge opportunity lost for Gerda there. Karen's just going to draw this back with a little bit of right spin, get on the other side. Perfect. A little bit firm. She hit that a little bit, overstroked it just a little bit, and now instead of having a straight-in shot on this 7 ball, she's got a little bit of a tester. The shot itself is not difficult just on its own, but to get position on this 8 ball, she's going to have to move the cue ball around now. She's surveying the shot. So you can see there she's got a pretty thin backwards cut on the 7. She's going to have to play the cue ball between the side pocket and the 8 and come around. Well, she hit it just before the side, and look at that. If it slows down, she hit an absolutely beautiful shot.
And that has to make Karen feel good. First trip at the table, coming with a big, strong shot on the 7. And as she takes a look, let's quickly mention this fantastic playing equipment. This is a beautiful Brunswick Billiards Metro table. Centennial balls and the big break rack also by Brunswick, and Simonis 860 cloth on that Metro table. We thank them for their support. Karen Corr with 2 balls left to take advantage. A big miscue by Gerda Hofstatter in this opening rack. And there it is, Karen Corr on the board first. And that is important in a race to 7 here in Oregon. The Cuetec Cues National 9-Ball Championship is brought to you by Cuetec Cues, serious cues for serious players. By the American Pool Players Association, the world's largest pool league. And by Brunswick Billiards, since 1845, the standard of superior craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. Inside the Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City, Oregon. Terrific venue, and it has been a fantastic week all week. Here at the National 9-Ball Championship, players have loved it, the fans have loved it, and Karen Corr has moved undefeated to this point into the finals against 63 of the greatest players in the world. She's facing Gerda Hofstatter, up 1 rack to none. After a big-time scratch by Gerda in the opening rack, opened that door. Karen Corr takes advantage. She has the break in rack 2, Mitch Lawrence, and the striking Viking, Ava Lawrence, here in Lincoln City.
Good break by Karen. They're very controlled. She really kept control of the cue ball. Drew it back just a little bit because the 1 ball has had a tendency to constantly come on this side of the table. And look at this. She's got an open shot at this 1, thin cut, but the cue ball is going to slow down off that 3 ball very conveniently, considering that the 2 is by the corner pocket down at the other side. So just really make sure to just make this 1 ball. Cue ball slows down off the 3, and look at this, 3 ball helps a little bit by getting down. All she has to shoot now is the stop shot on the 2 ball, and she has perfect position on the 3.
Karen Corr, a woman who likes holding multiple major titles on the WPBA Classic Tour, already holds the BC Open 9-Ball Championship this year. Last year, held the BCA Open title and the U.S. Open title at the same time.
This is really Karen's key shot here, Mitchell. She's going to want to play this 4 ball into the side pocket, and the angle she needs to get here is so that she can play the 6 ball, preferably in the same side. Boy, the side pocket right there. Now let's see if she can get the angle she was looking for.
Watch out.
It's almost absolutely perfect. She came a little bit farther, but now she has a couple of options. She can play the 4-ball in the side. She can play it in the corner. And if she plays it in the corner, all she really has to do is drift down right in this area over here and shoot the 6-ball into the side pocket on the other side. All right, so far, Mitch, she's overstroking everything by a little bit.
And you can see it. She looked down at the floor and just took kind of a deep breath. Sometimes just getting a feel of the speed at the table at this moment. We talk sometimes about the playing conditions and the fact that the cloth plays at different speeds. Even during the course of a match, it can change based on the lights and the heat and just different things. So it's constant adjustment to the speed.
Absolutely, absolutely. And she's just getting, you know, there was no major damage done there. But I think as the match goes on, you will see her adjusting to the speed of the cloth a little bit. And she's going to get consistently more in line as the match goes on. Here she's left herself. It looks like a bit of a cut, but she's actually in a good shape here. She can just nice smooth shot here. Just a little bit of right spin. Cue ball come back out to about where it is now.
Nice stroke.
Oh, look at this though. Again, too much.
Exactly what you were talking about.
Well, she escaped a really, really bad situation there by about half an inch. If the cue ball would have been frozen on the, you can see there, it's far enough off the rail. If it would have been frozen on the rail, she would have really had a tough shot coming up. And it's not, she's not where she wanted to be, but at least she's not frozen on the rail here. So to stun this cue ball. Perfect, drifting over perfectly for the 9.
And what an ideal scenario for Karen Corr at the beginning of this final matchup. Back-to-back racks for the Irish invader. That is a serious look, and she is all business here in Oregon. And now it's time to look at a few of our other top finishers, brought to you by the American Pool Players Association. On our first page, you see 4 terrific players. An absolutely wonderful week for 19th ranked Tiffany Nelson.
I've had a great time this week. I played really well. I was very focused, and personally for me, I was really inspired by a lot of the new faces that have been doing well. Ga-Young Kim and Julie Kelly win the last couple of events.
Our second page features the 1985 national champion, Belinda Campos Calhoun.
Well, it's great to finish high in any event, but particularly this one. It is our premier event of the year. And in light of the amazing and dramatic improvement in the skill level, it's nice to know that you can still be right in there and finish in the top 10.
This is Karen Corr happy, fans. This is what she looks like when she's got her game face on. She's up 3-0. I know inside she's feeling pretty good because she's stolen a couple racks from Gerda Hofstatter. And this is how rack 3 ended after Gerda missed that 9 and left Karen with a tough bank. No problem. She has handled it very, very well. 3-0 here. We're at the finals of the Cuetec Q's National 9-Ball Championship, presented by the American Pool Players Association. The Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City, Oregon. Mitch Lawrence and the striking Viking Ava Lawrence. And so far, it has been all Karen Corr, a turnaround from the 2 semifinals that Gerda Hofstatter came with against Allison Fisher and Kelly Fisher. And a smart break by Karen right there, Ava.
I mean, you cannot possibly break the balls any better than that. The cue ball got it just nudged a little bit up to the other far side of the table, but she has an open shot at the 2, the 3 ball being far enough off the rail, but that's not going to be an issue getting position. All she has to do is make this long shot. And this is where Karen is so amazing right now. Her game is just so solid. She is so strong mentally that if you make a mistake like Gerda made, 1 in the first rack, 1 in the third rack, Karen, nobody punishes you the way Karen does.
And she is just looking so focused right now. You saw it from that angle.
She really is. And now she's faced here with Mitchell. This is pretty much the key shot here. So you can see the 3 ball, no problem right there. 4 being right by the side pocket is also not an issue. But where she gets position for the 4 is where the crux comes, because the 5 ball does not pass by the 6. It's blocking the pocket to the pocket where she would preferably like to play it. So there's a very small window where she has to play position for the 5, just between the 6 and the 7 on the other side of the table. And that's what she is focused on now while she's making this 3 ball. All right, good shot. She has the perfect angle here. She's going the easy way, making the 4 all the way down in the corner and just drawing the cue ball with a little bit of right, drawing it up into this side of the table, shooting the 5 ball into the corner pocket.
Just like that. We cannot talk enough about the kind of player that Karen Corr is. If Alison Fisher did not exist, in a world of no Alison Fisher, Karen Corr would be the preeminent cue sports genius, I think, that we would have witnessed in the last, certainly in the last 4 or 5 years. But with Alison on the scene, the 2 of them have gone back and forth at number 1. And it's been an unbelievable battle. I mean, Karen just took over number 1 again from Alison by 30 points after the U.S. Open. She will put a little bit padding on this, that she is now in the finals and will finish higher than Alison in this event also.
And I think the only thing that is more difficult to do than what Alison has done, dominating the way she has, winning everything, is to do what Karen has done, which is to walk into a world where someone is dominating to the point where Alison has been, and taking over and saying, you know, I know you're great, but so am I, and really just getting the job done. I mean, Karen has done an amazing job. And I think she has brought Alison's game to yet another level also. These 2, oh wow.
Oops. Pictures because we're
You know,
talking
this
about
is
it.
very interesting. This is, you can't even explain what is going on here. A couple of these misses, that miss on the 9 ball by Gerda, these have to be national championship nerve misses. Because the miss that Gerda had earlier on the 9, she hadn't even come close to shooting that kind of a shot the whole tournament. And for Karen to miss that 7 ball, Mitch, that's pretty
big. And that,
pretty big. Wow.
that could be really big if Gerda can find a way to make this 7. Obviously a tough shot. She's down 3-0. Karen on her way to 4-0, but now let's see what Gerda can do.
It's not only a tough shot here, Mitchell, to make this 7, but to get the cue ball around for the 8 is really an issue. She's got to watch out for scratches. She's got to come around 3 rails, possibly 2 rails if she can. Now, tough cut. But look at this. She got, she almost got that 7 ball on the side. Instead, she left a straight-in shot for Karen. That was unfortunate for Gerda. And Karen, even missing that 7 ball, got another opportunity at the table. That's pretty unusual.
It sure is. And as we were saying, just big. These kind of swings in a race to 7, enormous. And I have a feeling Karen Corr is not going to make that kind of mistake again and let Gerda back to the table right here.
Well, again, she didn't want to take a chance of getting snookered behind that 9 ball, but look what a severe angle she left herself. I mean, she wanted to be almost straight in here to keep the cue ball there for the 9. Now she's forced to, making the 8 ball is not the problem here, but she's forced to move the cue ball around. She's going to have to probably go either straight down and back up again, or it looks like a 3-rail position around the table. 1, 2, look at that. Oh, perfect. Look at this.
That's gorgeous.
She's not even coming close to
Gorgeous
that
speed.
last rail. She's just playing perfect speed. Like we said before, her speed has improved over the last 4 games to this. Perfectly straight in on the 9.
That's what you want to be standing over. I don't care who you are, amateur or pro, a straight in 9-ball to win a rack for Karen Corr. That is her 4th consecutive rack, and she leads by 4 in a race to 7. Closed captioning provided by Ozone Billiards, your online source for billiard supplies. Back inside the Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City, Oregon, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Phenomenal view on the coast here in the Pacific Northwest. And Gerda Hofstatter now in a deep hole. Final round action in the Cuetec Hughes National 9-Ball Championship. She finds herself down 4 racks to none against the #1 player in the world, Karen Corr, who is unrelenting at the moment in her desire to take home a 3rd national championship, and that's the last thing Gerda wanted.
Well,
Just
when
like
it
that.
rains,
Wow.
it pours. And little mistakes here, followed by other little mistakes. And as you can see here, she breaks the balls. Cue ball does not get hit by anything. It just goes straight. She drew it too much, goes straight into the corner pocket. And like you said, Mitch, that is the absolute last thing that she wanted to have happen. Karen now starting to really get the feel for this table.
And you know,
smell it now.
if you're Gerda too, it's so deflating because she's played 2 fantastic matches, beating Kelly Fisher, a true rising star who we're going to see again from England, 7-0 in that semifinal. And then the #2 player in the world, Alison Fisher, in which Gerda made 4 9-ball combinations, just terrific shot making. And now all of a sudden just can't find it against Karen Corr. And you know this, Ava, all of a sudden it comes and it goes, but when it goes and you're in the finals.
You bet. You bet. There's just, I mean, she just has played so many matches in this event in the double elimination format. She lost to Karen in her 5th match and then came back from the loser side and has played and played and played and just done an amazing job beating Kelly Fisher, beating Alison Fisher, Tiffany Nelson, Melissa Herndon, some of the top players that are playing their best pool right now. And you know what, though? It's hard to keep it together all the way, and there's a huge difference between getting to the finals and winning the finals. And Karen is used to winning right now, and as far as winning tournaments, not just matches. And Gerda is not. She hasn't won a tournament for quite a while.
That's a great point.
Absolutely. And it's a big difference. I mean, the whole thing winning versus playing well, leaps and bounds.
Last time Gerda Hofstatter won an event, 2000, when she won the BCA Open 9-ball crown. And before that, in the last 5 years of the 90s, there was no bigger rivalry than that between Gerda Hofstatter and Alison Fisher. Gerda with major titles, we've talked about it. And look at this shot by Karen Corr, Ava.
Well, she's has no choice but to go for this combo. And I'll tell you, here's somebody that has worked on their combinations, because just like Alison Fisher, I know Karen has hated to shoot combinations. Not very often you shoot that in the game of snooker, and she didn't like them at all in the beginning, and now she has not only learned to shoot the combos, but really become one of the best players. She came a little bit far in position, so she's forced to play a safety, but she kept control of the table by doing that, even though Gerda's at the table. Gerda's got a really dark future here with this 5-ball.
And you know what? I'm just thinking about the beautiful speed of hiding an object ball behind one ball sitting like that in the middle of the table. Like
yeah, just a great shot. Great speed control.
Gerda looking at that rail. You can see her concentrating.
Gerda is wanting to make this. She doesn't want to hit this 5-ball. She wants to make the 5-ball. She wants to, her last chance here. This is very important, obviously, to hit it, but I think she's got a good chance of making it. It's close enough to the rail so she can judge it. Oh. She get a little bit lucky here and get a safety? No. You know, it's interesting. The first two semifinal matches, things were going Gerda's way. She even said it to me. She said, it's like, you know, little gifts if things were just going my way. And this particular match, everything is kind of an uphill battle.
Right.
She's made a couple of mistakes. Karen has really punished her for it. She's really playing strong, but little tiny breaks are going Karen's way. There's no question about it.
Missed it.
Oh, she did.
You could see it going down the rail, and there's one of those things that might be going Gerda's way, except look where that cue ball rolled to where the 9 is.
Wow, that was one of those little breaks. Look at that. All of a sudden, it went from having a fairly easy shot at the 5 ball to an extremely difficult shot for Gerda here. Any time that you have jacked up over a ball like that, this impeding 9 ball, I mean, it really messes up your stroke. We'll see if she can still make this 5. If she does, she really is pulling one out of the hat. Oh, great shot. Look at that. Look outside pocket. Oh, wow. There's the break that Gerda needed right there, and she deserved it. She hit a really nice shot on that 5 ball.
Terrific technical player. We haven't seen it in this final matchup, but Gerda, tremendous fundamentals, Ava. You know that. Talk about it a lot. Great straight pool player, former European straight pool champion, and look at this position on the 8, Ava.
This is where she
angry.
was saying, she
She's
said, hit the ball. She is not hitting it with the authority that she has been. She just kind of babied it a little bit. Didn't really stay in the moment long enough to follow through and stroke through the ball, and now she's faced with a really tough shot. I mean, this is, she wasn't even close to getting far enough a position on this. And she knows this is a must make. She's right in this match. She can pull this off and go to 4-1.
Hello.
Wow. And look at the position here.
I'm so glad that she's made a couple back-to-back shots. So those of you who might have missed her semifinal matches getting here have some idea of what we were talking about, because these are the shots she's been making. And this would be huge. You'll hear a roar from this crowd if this 9 ball goes in. A big moment for Gerda Hofstatter. On the board finally in Oregon. Still trailing but 3, but very much in it. And what a really wonderful week we've all had here at Chinook Winds Casino Resort on the amazing Oregon coast. Spectacular scenery right outside, top-notch entertainment all year, hospitality and service simply the best. That's why the Chinook Winds Casino Resort is definitely better at the beach.
Race to 7.
Here at Lincoln City, Oregon, Karen Corr seated, still ahead, but now her lead's been cut in half at 4-2 after Gerda Hofstatter with a couple racks. And in rack 6, Karen Corr moving nicely through the rack until this 7. Had gotten a little bit out of line. Gerda Hofstatter with a terrific safety. And that shot by Karen gave ball in hand back to Gerda Hofstatter. She took care of the 7, 8, 9. And here we are, Gerda at the table at 2-4. But what a whole different feeling now instead of trailing 4-0.
Let's see if Gerda can take advantage again. No. See how off she hit that one ball? Not a real solid break by Gerda. There was nothing wrong. The speed was just fine, but I mean, she really mishit the one, and therefore not enough power transfer to the balls, and the cue ball ended up all the way down on the other side of the table. See where the 2 and 9 are? This is going to pose a bit of a problem for Karen. Even if she makes this long shot on the 1, she's going to have to pretty much draw the cue ball into the 9, hoping to get a shot at the 2 there. I don't think there's a way that she can slow roll this. This is a really tough shot trying to slow roll it, so she's going to be forced to draw it. Very touchy, the position here, because the 9 being where it is. You can see there she's cueing very low on the cue ball. She's going to draw the cue ball back. Oh, wow, look at that. Look how well she hit that ball.
Slid that right in between the rail and the
Well, you
mat.
got to give her a lot of credit. That was a great shot.
And that's a gutsy shot, too. I mean, Gerda's got a couple racks back to back. If
That's
you
true.
don't make that shot, it's a whole new can of worms for Karen Corr. Gutsy play. And 2 down the rail.
Karen is just so steady. I mean, she makes mistakes, there's no question about it, but they are pretty rare. And for her to come with a shot like that after just losing when she was running out the last rack, and for her to lose that rack, making a mistake, Gerda made her pay, made a great safety. It was Karen's rack to lose, and she did. And for her to come back here saying, okay, with last rack, this is what do I have in front of me now. So now, because of that, she has a wide open table here. Shoot a stop shot on the 4, the 5's right there, 6 is by the side. That was just a great shot on the 1. Oh, wow.
And there is nothing you can say.
Wow.
Just uncharacteristic missing. And she is going, okay, what's up with the stroke? It's amazing. I mean, that's just, you can feel it in the audience when a player of this caliber, the #1 ranked player in the world, all of a sudden comes up with a shot that you think she's going to make and then doesn't. It's the whole room just feels that kind of energy. And now turns around again. What does Gerda do with this?
Well, she's obviously playing the combination here. Really, not an easy combo, but she should make this. But where is the 4 ball going? She needs to make sure she's left with a shot on the 4, and look at that. She's got her shot on the 4. She can shoot it in the side. She can shoot it in the corner.
So back and forth we go here in Lincoln City. And there's no reason really this should be easy. It's for the National 9-Ball Championship. And whoever's going to be left standing at the end of this week will have earned it. 64 players started. 2 are left. As Gerda gets up.
You know, as amazing of a player Karen is, I mean, everything has been going slightly Gerda's way this whole time. I mean, she's playing incredible pool behind it. So Karen's had a tough battle here. There's no question about it. We'll see if Gerda can make this 4. There's that stroke again. She's really following through.
This is a very appreciative crowd. All week there has been an American Pool Players Association amateur event right next door here in Lincoln City. You see them there. They have been on this National 9-Ball Championship all week long. They know the game. They know when players do good work and make tough shots. They've been very supportive and appreciative of the women on the WPBA Classic Tour all week.
Gerda's left herself perfect angle here. A little bit of right spin. Take the cue ball up, a little low right. Bring the cue ball up to the other side of the table.
Watch out. That should be all right. Where you go?
A little bit farther than she wanted, but she's fine. She's in good shape, and she has an angle to come out for the 9, so.
Originally from Tribeck in Austria, lived in Sweden, Came to the United States and in 1993 won the first WPBA Classic Tour event and the first one that she entered in San Francisco. As her way of saying, hello, America. I'm here. I can play. And this, after 4 racks to start by Karen Corr, this 9-ball would be for 3 racks in a row for Gerda Hofstatter. Back within 1. Feels that cloth, dries that hand off a little. See if she can end this rack. No problem. And we got a match here in Lincoln City. There is no question about it. What was seemingly a rout by Karen Corr has turned into a dogfight. Gerda Hofstatter trails by only 1 rack. Here's a look at 2 of the terrific official products of the WPBA Classic Tour. There you see the Big Break Rack and Centennial Balls, both by Brunswick Billiards. Here in Lincoln City, Oregon, the finals of the Cuetec National 9-Ball Championship. Karen Corr, the #1 ranked player in the world, trying to get back the title she held in 2001 and 2. And she has definitely made it harder on herself here in rack 7, seemingly on her way to another strong rack. She misses the 4, something we did not expect as we were moving through that rack. Gerda Hofstatter came to the table, slugged her way through the rest of that rack with some good work, and here we are in rack number 8. Karen Corr up 4-3 now after leading 4-0. Mitch Lawrence and the striking Viking Ava Lawrence. And Karen wants to put a stop to that kind of behavior quickly, but I don't think she's made anything on the break.
She didn't, but the 1 ball went conveniently right behind the 9, snookering Gerda. So Gerda's got her job cut out for her here. I'm sure Gerda's looking, just taking a peek at where that 1-9 is lined up if she were to kick at it.
Shot.
But she has decided to go ahead and push out. Much smarter move. Oh, you know what? She's taking herself out. Did you see her jump up?
Yeah,
on
I
a
did.
push,
That's
even
very,
on a
very
push shot, you
strange.
have to stay down. She just snookered herself.
She did, and Karen got up and took 2 steps and just kind of went, okay, right back at you, because there's no place you're going with this shot.
Well, now we'll
Wow,
see. She's
that
going to
was
be
big.
forced to look at this 1-9 combination here. So maybe it was destiny for her to shoot at this. If she can get by this 1, the problem is, can she even shoot it down into the end rail? She looks like she is massaying a little bit. She's got to curve the cue ball just ever so slightly without hitting the 7. Oh, she went right into it. Well, it was a good hit. She left her Karen an open shot. That was just a really, really big mental error on Gerda's part. Push shot is as important as any other shot out there.
Absolutely.
You can't just, you have to follow it through. Big mistake.
And it is not just the ability to execute physically at this level under this kind of pressure for a national championship. It is a mental game. There's no question about it. And you've got to be as sharp in that side of the game as you do on the physical
Absolutely.
part. So life in this rack for Karen Corr right now. Let's see if she can.
She just snuck by that 8 ball.
She could be sharp.
You can see perfect opportunity here. She's got the 3 ball hanging right in the corner pocket. The 4 is in line with the side. 5 is down there. But you know what? This is what she had. She solved all the problems in the last rack as well and then missed that 4 ball. So it's never over till it's over, of course. We'll see if Karen can hold it together here. She's solved everything to this point. Everything's wide open. We'll see what happens.
And laying beautifully.
Absolutely.
4 there, 5 down the rail, 6 at that end of the table.
And 7 to the 8 is about her only issue right here.
Get my handpiece.
Going to get her extension. She'll put on the back of that cue. Just lock it in.
Karen's a tall girl, but not quite that tall, so that extension really helps. On the 9-foot table. We'll see here if she can baby this.
Does.
Good shot. Left herself the perfect angle to come up for the 7. And here is the key to get on the correct side of the 7. She needs some kind of angle. It doesn't matter which side she's on. Making this 7 ball, she needs an angle to come across table for the 8. That 9 ball being there makes it a little bit tougher. She's going to have to really pay attention here. And she hit a perfect shot. Even though she went into the 9 a little bit, she has the correct angle now. This is what you want to have, Mitch, where you can just focus on making the ball. If she just makes the 7 now with the correct speed, she has position on the 8. Let's come up 2 rails for the 8 ball. Well, she wanted to jump a little bit. Ooh, the little tester.
And, you know, I was going to say before, for both players, this is a struggle right now. We saw Karen at certain times playing beautifully. We saw Gerda do some good work. But now this is just a struggle for the two of them. And in this kind of pressure situation, again, in the middle of a match, Karen up 4-3. There is nothing to do but grind it out.
You bet. It's much harder to play really loose for the championship title match than it is the match to get into that match. So both of them are just doing what they have to do. They're just really bearing down. Little mistakes here and there from each player, but both players playing really well, really solid.
And that 9 ball now, a little bit of breathing room for Karen Corr after what was obviously a mental error by Gerda Hofstatter early in rack 8. Karen Corr up by 2.
Late to Miss Corr. She leads 5-3.
The Cuetec Q's National 9-Ball Championship is brought to you by Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City, Oregon. It's better at the beach. By Brunswick Billiards, since 1845, the standard of superior craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. And by Cuetec Q's, serious cues for serious players. Karen Corr now on the verge of what would be a 3rd national championship. She owned it in 2001 and 2. In a slug-it-out battle with Gerda Hofstatter in rack number 9, faced with this jump shot in a safety battle, Karen Corr comes with that shot around the table, and in goes that 2, and that was just absolutely huge, Ava.
It really was. I mean, she did come with a great run out after that, but what a big turnaround from a potential of 5-4 to a 6-3 lead by Karen. This is going to be tough for the contender to overcome here, for Gerda to try to get control back in this match.
And nothing on the break for Karen Corr. So she takes a seat, and Gerda Hofstatter with all her work in front of her, Ava.
Yeah, she does. I mean, the 1 ball, she definitely has an open shot at the 1, but 2 ball being where it is, 4 blocking the pocket. She's got some work to do here, Mitch. She needs to make sure that she doesn't get stuck down there with the cue ball. Look out. Keep going, and now this is a big, big shot right here. I don't know if I would go for this combination here. I think a safety could be in order, because you can't fool around with this 1 rack, because this could be your last if you let Karen come back to the table, and it's not an easy combo. Oh, she went for the combo. She made it. Is she going to get a shot? The cue ball's got to hurry. Oh, wow.
It does.
You know what? She went for gusto there. That was a very gutsy shot.
I guess. Down 3-6. And maybe she's back just far enough where she's going, okay, I'm going for these.
I think so.
I'm going out, I'm going out swinging.
I think so. When you get far enough behind in a match, then you might as well loosen up and go to town.
One thing at 5-6.
Oh, wow. Look at this, though. Is she going to get a shot? She got away with it.
She has it.
Well, she's showing a lot of heart. I got to give her that. She's really fighting right now.
She has done that all week. Terrific victories over number 4 ranked Vivian Villarreal, 11 Melissa Herndon, 19th ranked Tiffany Nelson to get onto TV, and then beating Kelly Fisher and Allison Fisher. That spinning 3 ball, and this by Gerda. It gets all the way to the end rail, Ava.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not a bad safety.
No.
Karen does have some work to do. It wasn't going to be the easy straight-in shot here that she was hoping for if she was going to get another shot at this table, but she definitely has a chance to play a safety.
Extension.
She's looking at this 9, 6, and 8, trying to figure out how am I going to split the 3 in the cue ball where the 9, 6, 8 could get in the way here. She could try to hide it behind the 7. Touchy little shot with the 3 ball being so close to the rail. Speed shot right there, or you could, go ahead and take advantage of it going in the side pocket. Karen is saying, you know what, whatever, that's fine. If it wasn't a planned shot, but you know what? Not a problem. She played the perfect speed, though. Had it not gone into the side pocket, she would have left a great safety with the 4 ball on that end rail. Tester here, Mitch. Making this long shot into the corner.
And that's putting a little distance between that 6 and the 8. And all of a sudden, this table looking pretty open, Ava, especially with 4 balls left for the national title.
This is pretty much exactly the layout you'd like to have for the national championship title. There's no question about it. It's a dream situation for Karen right here.
Already owns the BCA Open 9-ball championship. She won in Las Vegas earlier this year. And again, what a feather in her cap to win this title for the 3rd time, if she can do it.
She is just such a great champion. I watch Karen play. When she plays well, it's amazing to watch. And when she's a little bit off, she still fights right through it. She forgives herself quickly, and she comes back. And She's the #1 ranked player for a reason right now, and she's going to extend that lead by a little bit here.
Gerda Hofstatter with a fantastic run through this field this week. But right now, it is looking for sure like she's going to be coming up a little bit short.
Well, both players really deserve this. Gerda, like you said, has been playing great. It would have been fun to see her as a champion, but it is such an honor to watch Karen Corr, the #1 player in the world, do her thing at this big of a championship.
And there it is. It's a small smile from Karen Corr, not a very emotional player most times, but you can believe that this is one happy Irish woman right there. Your national champion, Karen Corr. Congratulations all around from many of the sponsors here at Chinook Wins Casino Resort, and she has to be happy here. And now it's time for a super shot of the match, brought to you courtesy of Cuetec Q's Rack 9. Karen Corr at the table. After a safety by Gerda Hofstatter put her in this position, and with Gerda bearing down, trailing only by 2 racks, Karen Corr comes with this jump shot over the 3. Good contact on the 2, and how big was it for Karen that this 2-ball finds the corner pocket? She went on to take the rest of that rack, get on the hill, and then win in rack 10 and take the national title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the runner-up in this year's Cuetec Q's National 9-Ball Championship. Welcome again, if you would, Gerda Hofstatter.
And so we say congratulations. A valiant effort by Gerda Hofstatter, the G-Force. Tremendous week for her. Got to be a little disappointed, but at the same time feeling pretty good about a great performance here in Oregon. Holding the 2nd place, the runner-up trophy for the National 9-Ball Championship. And tournament director Steve Tipton right there bringing out our 2004 champion Karen Corr. And she will be presented the 1st place Champions Trophy by John Nusser of Cuetec Q's and Dolores Pigsley, the Tribal Council Chairwoman for the Siletz Indians of Oregon here at Chinook Wins. And congratulations again to the Irish invader, Karen Corr. The Siletz Indians believe that these wins are prosperous off the ocean. For the 3rd time, Karen Corr believes it. Your national champion. We're glad you've been with us here in Oregon. For Ava Lawrence, I'm Mitch Lawrence. So long from Oregon. Accommodations provided by the beautiful Chinook Wins Casino Resort. We'd like to thank all the members of the American Pool Players Association for their help this week, bringing you this great event in Oregon. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.